This is Basic Bob. He's a minimalist. He dresses nice but basic. His apartment looks kinda empty, although he has friends but doesn't go out very often. You could say that Bob doesn't look like an exciting person, but when he goes to work, he does his job excellently. Bob is an exact impersonation of filen.io. After using this cloud storage service, I found it to be so simple that it shoots itself in the foot sometimes. But in the end, I actually quite enjoyed using it. What you absolutely must know about filen is that it completely crushes, destroys and demolishes the competition when it comes to pricing. You can get 100 gigs for less than $1 a month and 5 terabytes for 15 bucks. That's literally half of what you would pay if you chose something like Google Drive or pcloud. And at the time of recording this video, there's one lifetime plan that you can purchase. 100 gigs for one-time payment of $30, which is an amazing deal if you only need that amount of space. And if you decide to buy any of these plans after this video, I would really appreciate if you do so using my links below. If you click the link in the description and purchase any of the plans, I'll get a small commission with no price increase to you. This is how I'm able to do YouTube full-time and make these videos for you. Let's go back to the video. Overall, filen is incredibly straightforward to use. The web interface is similar to something like Dropbox, but even more simple. You can see the latest files you shared or uploaded, and if you delete something accidentally, you can recover deleted files for up to 30 days. Filen also has file versioning, so if you mess something up, you can see old versions and recover or download them. The desktop app is actually surprisingly good. It's also very simple. You can set up a sync folder and even change the bandwidth speed, although it's set to unlimited by default. And in my experience, the download and upload speed was actually very fast using both web interface and desktop app. I get around 20 megabytes per second, which doesn't utilize 100% of my network, but it's still pretty close. No complaints here. What's kinda cool is that you can set shortcuts for specific actions in the app. For example, pause the file synchronization, open the upload folder, or bring up the web interface. I haven't seen any other provider include such a feature, and I actually found myself using this quite a bit. Phone app is decent, nothing really special here. All functionality is the same with additional settings for mobile, such as Wi-Fi only uploads and automatic camera upload. And speaking of automatic camera upload, this was the only time I didn't like using it. You see, all other apps have this setting where you can choose if you want your whole camera roll to be synchronized or just the photos you'll take after you switch on that setting. And the filen app lacks this setting. In my case, I don't want to upload all of the photos on my phone, but rather upload newly taken photos and videos. Filen truly seems to strive towards making the best and most transparent cloud storage service out there. Oftentimes, companies hide what technology they're using to encrypt their data or just use some marketing gibberish to get users to buy the service without them really understanding how it all works. Filen goes a huge step further and explains every single detail about how their encryption works. Like seriously, they have this document on their website that explains the whole process of encrypting users' data, file sharing, password generation, metadata scrambling, and gives examples of how they actually do it. It's absolutely amazing to look at, and while I'm not an expert in that particular field, it makes me trust the company even more. You could say that it's possible to reverse engineer their process and hack the system, but I don't believe that's the case. Things are still described in a very abstract way, and I don't believe that there are any vulnerabilities just because of this document. The encryption that filen uses is called zero-knowledge encryption, which makes your data inaccessible to anyone. They also scramble your files into 1 megabyte chunks and encrypt every part of it separately. However, the problem with zero-knowledge encryption is that it's truly zero knowledge here. You see, while testing out the service, I forgot my password to my account. Well, I can just reset it, right? Well, yes, but because of how zero-knowledge encryption works, resetting your password will result in a complete deletion of your whole data stored in the cloud. Lucky for me, I didn't have anything important there, so I just recovered my account and yep, there were no files after the password reset. Even the stuff other people shared with me was gone. This is quite scary, but makes me trust the company in their zero-knowledge encryption claims. So make sure you save your password somewhere safe in case you forget it. I mentioned sharing files with people, and I feel like this is where filen falls short. You see, their share settings are fine. You can generate a public link or share files using an email address. The problem is there's no way for people to upload files to your drive. In other words, you can't send a link to a folder with edit access and let people upload files there. This makes the service feel very limited and very inconvenient to use if you collaborate with others. And while we're here, you also don't get online editing support for Word, PowerPoint or Excel files. Also, file previewing is not great at all. You basically have to download files to see them. For pictures that's fine, but for videos that's basically unacceptable in my opinion. As you can see, I do have some gripes with filen.io. I still think it's a good service, especially considering the price. However, to me it feels like the service is in its beta stage. And actually, it kinda is. The company was established in 2020, so it's kind of a product of the pandemic. Only 3 people are listed as the team, so it seems like it's quite a small operation in the back end. I've asked them multiple questions and they respond super quickly to my emails. I think they've done an incredible job, especially considering that most of it was done only in 2 years. So I don't expect for them to beat something like Dropbox, who has been in the industry for 15 years. They said they're working on developing a completely new website and file manager with new features. I can't wait for them to do all of that, and I'll definitely make a follow-up video once filen releases this update. For now, filen would be great for anyone looking to safely back up your files for cheap. If you're interested in some more advanced cloud storage options, check out pcloud, which basically offers every feature you'll ever need. See you there!